Hello, and welcome to this evening's live show. I want to talk about this young guy, well, he's 10 years old, how he almost got abducted. I know you all have seen my videos, as some people call it, my PSA, public service announcement on safety. And I thought it was imperative that I come on tonight and share this video and speak on the imperativeness of us as parents on teaching our kids safety and how to be mindful when they're out, and what to do when they come across a stranger. Oftentimes, kids are trustworthy, and oftentimes kids are trustworthy of adults who come and say they know your parents, they know your nana, and come go with me and I'll buy you something. But we have to teach our children how not to go with a stranger so quickly, and more so even the people we know. Because sometimes the children, if they know family members or know cousins or friends of the family, they're so quick to go with them. But we need to set rules in place for our children to let them know, listen, unless you heard it from me, you don't go with Auntie T. You don't go with Uncle Bob. We need to instill that in our children, and also at the schools. Let the schools know, unless I have a specific person's name on this list, they're not to pick up my children. Even if it's the father, because sometimes marital situations, one parent may try to get the kid without the other parent's permission. But let's just take a look at this clip right here from the news of where this 10-year-old little boy, this young lady tried to get him to go with her. Pay attention to this.
Community and police are singing the praises of a 10-year-old boy and a 17-year-old girl for foiling what appeared to be an attempted kidnapping in Pottstown on Friday. Action News reporter John Paul is live at Pottstown Police with that story tonight. John?
Jim, just got off the phone with police a few minutes ago. They tell me they have located the woman involved in all this. Now, the 10-year-old boy was walking just down the street. He was walking home on Friday when he says the woman tried to lure him away.
That day when I was watching that video, I cried every time I saw it.
This is the video that made Sam Green cry. His 10-year-old son, Sammy, is at the top of the screen and was being followed by a woman on Friday.
Said that she probably knew me and she was going to Wawa and that he was supposed to go with her and he can get anything he wanted.
But
now, again, she approached him and said she probably knew him and he could go with her to Wawa and he could get anything he wanted. Now, had his father not instilled in him and taught him what to do, he would have went with this lady. Undoubtedly, this was a sex trafficker that was trying to lure this little boy to where she can get him out and traffic him out. So again, pay attention to what the father said, that he taught his son. And this is what we need to pay close attention to teach our children, our nieces and nephews, the same thing. Let's watch closely.
Sammy wasn't going to fall for it. He knew exactly what to do. His dad taught him how to act in a situation like this. So he walked inside of a store that he was familiar with. It's called Danny Be Funky, just down the street from his house. We talked to the owner.
He felt comfortable enough to come on in here, and he came right around the corner to where Hannah was, and he whispered in her ear.
You can see it on the video. He walks to the store clerk and leans in. We found out what he said.
He said, to act like you're my mom, this lady's following me.
After processing what was going on, you see her get...
Members of the community and police are...
Now, does that really alarm you? It alarms me. But I'm so glad that that father taught his son what to do. We need to take heed to that as well. Teach our children what to do in a situation like that. My question to you is, have you talked to your children? Have you educated your kids on what to do and what not to do in situations like that? These comments are blowing up. We have to, and I know a lot of people, when they see my little shorts, they're saying, oh, she's so aggressive and she's so loud. But guess what? It gets your attention. We need to instill in our children what to do and what not to do, when to do it and when not to do it. Don't talk to strangers. If you haven't heard it from me, you do not go. I don't care if it's your uncle, your father, I don't care. If you haven't heard it from me, you do not go. Let's see what the people in the comments have to say. Oh, am I married? That has nothing to do with tonight. Faith says facts. Jonathan Wright says 100. Faith says most Amber Alerts are by people the kids know, and that's true. Now, how often do we hear the Amber Alert or we just keep going? Because sometimes, and I've been guilty of it, because I'm not in the state, I'll see it and don't see it. But we got to be more aware and more alert, even when they come across, when we get the Amber Alert, if we're not in those states, we still need to be watching, because that person just may drive by us. We just might walk into the store and see these people with these kids. Slime said, is she going to get up and move around? No, I'm not. I did some PSAs earlier today. Gas station, a pregnant woman got abducted and was raped. Take a look at that short. I also have shorts out about being at the hotels. Take a look at those shorts. I think it's Black Brooklyn _ Mrs. Insanely Intelligent Boy. He just snapped right into action, just like he was told. Absolutely. And one thing we have to remember is that sometimes we can tell our kids one time, two times, but you have to keep reiterating these things in your children's heads so it can become second nature, so they'll automatically know. We have to teach our children to trust their instincts, because believe it or not, they have instincts too. If it don't feel right, it's not right. And no matter what people tell them, and another thing, teach them not to keep secrets. That's another big thing. Adults tell them, don't tell this is our secret. The devil is a lie. It's no secrets. Create free zones and safe spaces where these children can feel free to come talk to you about anything. Pauline Hodgins says, what alarms me is that her face is not being shown to you. Well, no, I did. This is not my video. It's a news reporter's video, and I got this from news media. So no, this is not my video. Had it been my video, believe me, Pauline, I wouldn't mind exposing them. I wouldn't. If I was there, oh, it would have went down another different way. Because when it comes to children, whether they mine or anybody else, I'm there to protect them, because I would want somebody to protect my children if I wasn't there. So no, ma'am, I did not video that. So it wasn't me that blurred her face out. It's on-site news that did that. Sherry Smith said, hey, love. Hey, cousin, how are you? Sherry also said the devil is a whole liar. That's right. And I'm so glad that young boy listened to what his father says. Nope. Faith says no secrets. I agree. Absolutely. Because that's when things started happening. They teach your kids to keep secrets, and then they'll start doing other things and let them know this is our secret. And another thing we should tell our kids, if somebody tell them, if you tell, I'm going to hurt your mom and your dad. We need to tell our kids to tell them, well, go ahead and hurt them, because I'm going to tell them. They need not be afraid of what's going to happen to us. Because sometimes that's how these allures get the kids to do what they want them to do. Fear, putting fear in them, making them think that they're going to hurt the parents. Well, I tell mine all day, let them tell you they're going to hurt me. Tell them I like to see you do it, but I'm telling. No secrets here. Yes, Brooklyn Miss, the other young lady just said there's no photo of the girl. Yeah, this clip came from On-Site News, and it came through my timeline, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So I didn't personally do the video, but it come from a news on-site. But you guys can look it up yourselves too. But I wanted to shed light to this because I thought it was a great thing that this young guy had did, and I wanted to bring it to everybody else's attention on how serious we need to be aware of our surroundings, how we need to educate our children, how we need to be diligent on staying on safety for our children. Brooklyn Miss says she hasn't been identified. I don't know as of yet. I don't know. I didn't dig deep. It just came across my timeline today, and I was like, I'm going live with it and let everybody know. AJ White said, and also teach your girls to not be frisky and fast. Keep the legs closed. These girls much too grown now. Men are watching all the time. You know what, AJ? You're right. But I'm going to say this. As grown-ass men, you see these girls are being fast, you need to, not, I'm saying you, but men need to stay in their lane. And you know that's a child acting growner than what she's supposed to be acting. Don't be a R. Kelly. Keep it moving. Look the other way. Because at the end of the day, you know that's a child. We never know what's going on at home that have these young girls acting the way they act. So again, it's the adult's responsibility. And again, some man is just going to look at it was like she's putting it out there, but you got to be the adult. You got to be the grown one and say, if that was my daughter, I would tell her, you need to go home and take those things off and act your age. Accountability. Even though children and kids gonna act out, we were kids, we've done it too. Let's talk. If we're gonna talk, let's be 100 about it. You see kids out here not acting their age because they're not acting their age. What are other adults gonna go ahead and prey upon these kids? No, sir, no, ma'am. It takes a village to raise children. We need to stop this. Yes, they may be acting growner than what they're acting, but you are an adult. They're not. They are acting. We are adults, and we need to teach our children. And AJ, I'm not saying you. I'm just saying. And I'm just going to be totally transparent with you guys. I'm going to be totally transparent with you because that's all I can be. When I was coming up, I used to hear, you so forward, you so fast. I never knew what that was. When somebody touched me inappropriately, I thought it was my fault because all I heard was you was fast, you this and you was that. But had I not been told that, I would have been quick to tell that your friend was fondling me. And it wasn't my fault. When I had my daughter, I wouldn't dare say you fast. I wouldn't dare say you too forward. I wouldn't dare say that. Because I knew what it did to me. And I didn't want her to be in the situation that I was in. Jonathan Wright said, real talk. Y'all give me some hearts. Yeah, we're going to have a real talk tonight. Let's keep it 100. Give me some hearts. Brooklyn Ma says, amen. Sharice Smith says, speak the truth and shame the devil. That's exactly right. We need to stop blaming these children and put the adults in check. At the end of the day, it's like, what are you wearing? I made videos about how to be safe in public. And I had a lot of people saying, well, look at how you're dressed. Well, so what? I was coming from the gym. The way I dress has nothing to do with what you do with your body. You control you, not me. Again, people want to shift it on the other person. Faith, AJ, this is extremely inappropriate. I hate when people call girls fast when they're the perpetrators. Let's call these grown men out for being perps ridiculous. I agree. I totally agree. AJ said, nope, they need to tell them girls to stop and go home. But some men, just the R. Kelly type, and it's sad. And that's what I was saying. You have the R. Kellys out here. But the ones that are not the R. Kellys, them the ones that need to be saying, look, baby girl, I know you ain't but 13 or 14 and you need to go on home and act your age because this ain't what you want. This world out here, be a young lady. Be a child. When it's time to be an adult, you got plenty of time for that. Faith says only a child parent would call these call a child fast so they can have a reason to hurt a child. This is how child parents speak, and they need to be shut down. And I totally agree. I totally agree. And Brooklyn Miles said, believe your children. We have to believe our children, no matter how crazy or insane it sounds. Or I can't believe he would do that to you. Well, why would your child make something up like that? You better believe it. You don't believe it because you don't want to believe it. Believe them. Because you let mine come tell me something. I'm going straight to the source. And a child should not be made to feel bad about telling on somebody. Ladybug gave me a heart. Thank you, my love. Vine Educator said, can you stand up? For what? This is not about me. This is about us talking about a young guy, a young boy that's 10 years old. See, this is what I'm talking about. We're talking about a 10-year-old who almost got abducted, but he listened to his father. Man, get off my page and sit your ass down somewhere. AJ White says, Faith, I could care less what you think. AJ, it's not about what she thinks. It's about her speaking her truth. And it's about us shutting it down. I mean, a hit dog will holler. I'm just keeping it 100. And if you see a fast girl, AJ, what you gonna do? You gonna act on it, or you gonna tell her she needs to go home? She needs to sit down somewhere and be a child. Come on, we gonna talk tonight. This grown folk talk. Oh, y'all done got me stirred up now. Teresa House 2022 says, salute Veronica 100. Thank you. Facts, time and place for everything. Thank you, Treehouse. Cherie Smith says, be a responsible and accountable adult. Don't make excuses for your foolish actions. Absolutely. Absolutely. Adults now, okay, we're talking about being an R. Kelly. I bet you R. Kelly would have wished 1,000 times he would have set his down somewhere. Now he pulled in, 30 years? Plus he's going to get some more time? Oh, is it worth it now? No. At the end of the day, when you're a grown-ass man or a grown-ass woman see children acting like adults, you are the adult. You're supposed to tell them, correct them. Even if they're not getting it at home, you be the role model. And if you see you can't, move out of their way. Do not hurt that child. Sherry says, sit your ass down somewhere. Amen to that. AJ says, let's see what AJ got to say. We're going to talk tonight. I'm 50 years old and had too many friends who were fast. The parents tried to teach them better, but it didn't do any good. Okay, so it goes deeper than that. It goes deeper than that. You see a child that's acting, and that's exactly what it is acting. It's more to this going on in that home than you would ever know. Kids don't do things just to be doing them. Kids don't act out just to be acting out. There's some things that was going on in the home you don't know about. It could have been a physical abuse, verbal abuse. You just don't know. The father might not have been showing the mother attention. They might not have been showing the kids attention, and they're acting out, trying to get the attention that they were lacking at home. I guarantee you, if you go to those friends now and talk to them, they will tell you that. AJ Sway, I'm never scared to tell a child to stop. Good, because Lord knows I ain't. And I'm telling you the truth. My grandkids tell me all the time, Nana, you rough. And when their friends come over here, I think they ain't coming back, but honey, they love coming over here. Because one thing Nana don't do is Nana don't play. I don't play with no chaps. I let them know that you need to stay in a child's place. And I also let the parents know you need to be a parent and not a friend. Stop giving these kids the cell phone and let the cell phone raise them. You stop that. You sit down somewhere and raise your kids yourself. Spend time with your children. Jonathan Wright gave me hearts because y'all know I love hearts. Y'all give me some more hearts up here. AJ says, I work with juvenile every day. So you know what it's all about. You know it runs deeper than a child just acting out. It's things that goes on in the home. And you're in a situation now that you can make a great impact on those children that are in juvenile. Maybe they're not getting the love that they so desire from home. You can talk to them, educate them, and I guarantee you, when you start planting seeds, those seeds will grow, and they will never forget that. Never. Because at the end of the day, we do have perpetrators out here. We do have pedophiles out here. We do. And we have to acknowledge it, and we have to know that. We have to instill it so much in our children that it's become second nature to them. When they go out, they don't think twice about, doing what they need to do to protect themselves. I had spoke earlier today about being conscious of your surroundings when you go to the gas stations. Lock your doors, because this is holiday season, people. This is how I know I'm getting off the subject just for a moment. It's holiday season. And sometimes it ain't got to be holiday season for somebody to try to jack your car. So what we're going to do, we're going to commend that young guy's father who instilled that information to his son. And I'm glad it didn't turn out the opposite way, because it very well could have turned out the opposite way. Please like and share my videos. Please like and share. Yes, on YouTube, on all social media, people like to laugh, joke, have fun. I myself like to laugh, joke, dance, and have fun. But it's a time and place for everything. When I be giving these PSA announcement, I'm dead serious. Because if I can save one person, I think I've done my job. But if I save 1,000, I've done more than my job. And we as a community, we need to pull together, share these videos, tell a friend and tell a friend, because that's what it's all about. If we stop one, we've done our job. But just imagine, there's 23 of us on here now. Just imagine if all 23 of you all share this video, share my shorts, and tell them to share, and tell them to share. We're bringing more awareness to the situations. We're bringing more awareness to there are pedophiles out here. We're bringing more information to there are people out here lurking. We are bringing more information to people to be more aware when they're out here shopping and not paying attention. Sometimes people ask, how can I help? This is a way to help. Share this information. If it don't do you any good, share it, because it could probably help somebody else. Somebody says, oh, you yell, but guess what? You stopped and watched the video, and you stopped and watched it long enough for you to say, well, let me see what else you're talking about. And then I get in my DM, oh my God, you yell, but you got my attention. And I listen. It's not that foolishness. This is much needed. So yeah, this is to get your attention, to bring awareness. I thank you all for tuning in tonight. Please share this video. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Let's stay safe out here, and let's keep talking to our children. I appreciate you all for tuning in tonight. You all have a wonderful, wonderful evening. And check out my other videos, please. And share, like, comment, so my videos can get in the algorithm, and YouTube will know. Once they get in the algorithm, it'll push this information out there. It won't cost you a dime. But I appreciate you guys. Know that I love you. And always remember, be aware and be safe. I love you guys. I'll talk to you all soon. Bye-bye now.